Hello and welcome to my podcast, Conversations with Cornelius, where I, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, discuss, chat and hypothesize on all things from fatherhood, marriage, comedy and everything else in between. From time to time, there will be special guests, but mostly it's going to be me and some regular contributors, including my main squeeze, Noelle Patricia O'Sullivan, aka the wife. So sit back, relax and enjoy Conversations with Cornelius.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Conversations with Cornelius. This is a new type of a podcast that's going to be coming out on Thursdays just for the summer. It's sports.
Is this a spin-off to your regular one?
It's a leg.
It's a leg.
It's a leg.
Okay.
It's like what I have is kind of an enterprise, like a news network. Like it's kind of like Sky News are shitting it, I'd say.
You have a news network.
Kind of. It's like Conversations with Cornelius, except for
How is this a news network?
because it's kind of like you're going to see it here now today.
Okay, oh yeah,
live on this podcast.
Hold my judgment, so.
So it's going to be on Thursdays, and it's a preview show. We're going to be previewing the week's sports across the globe, including GAA, particularly local GAA. But we're
Across the globe, but mainly local music.
Leggy Blonde, Blonde. We're just talking before we came on about a song from Flight of the Conchords. So I'm just going to watch this song. This is fucking hilarious. So we're going to be talking there in a minute, but at the moment, myself and Pete are just having a conversation. Oh yeah, hi.
How's it going?
You're Pete.
And you are putting up some random Flight of the Conchords video.
I'm gonna pause it for a second and talk to you because I just realised that we're on really.
Yeah, I suppose that's it. They kind of caught us mid-flow.
Yeah.
And we just decided just to look up YouTube randomly.
Look up YouTube randomly.
So the crack with this, we are going to discuss sport from around the world, including the Olympics, European Championships, GA, and so on and so forth. Is that the deal?
And soccer and local GA stuff as well, like Ballyclaw, Killavullen,
the big teams.
Kilshannig,
Yeah.
North Cork specifically.
Yeah.
And it's going to just be just a preview show, and it'll be like on Thursday. So it'll come out on the Conversations with Cornelius network of podcasts.
You have a network now.
Well, I bring out
How many podcasts do you have in this network?
at the moment,
Yes.
counting this one,
Yes.
2.
Can that be considered a network?
Well,
A podcast?
I mean, you're like
It's plural, I suppose. So maybe it is.
Exactly. You took the word right out of my mouth. So yeah, and we'll be getting into that in a minute. But we were talking about this song, right? Just watch the start of this song, right? Leggy Blonde, Flight of the Conchords, featuring Murray.
Well, let's translate now to them because they can't see anything. You're telling me to watch. Is it a funny video or is it just a song?
Well, do you remember at the start when I said don't care about the people that are watching? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they're not.
This is for our own entertainment.
Oh yeah.
And if they get mildly amused from our
Once we have fun.
dismissive nature,
Yeah.
then that's
Press play.
press play. Yeah. I.
That's it.
Good podcast.
Hi, Leggy Blonde. Greg, can you come in here, please?
What is it, Mary?
Yes, can we get Jessica from tech support?
My computer's broken. Oh, she's no longer here. Oh, that's fine. We'll do it in the morning. No, but she's finished installing the new computer system. She's not coming back.
All right, she's gone.
Can I help you, Mary?
No. Goodbye. Yeah. Every day I look across the upper floor. There you were, your head out to your legs and your legs down to the floor. Leggy blonde, goodbye, goodbye. Now that you are gone, I'll never see you here. Protect me. Wish you knew how much I loved your legs and your hair. Leggy blonde, goodbye, goodbye.
So the whole podcast is just playing random YouTube videos. This is your new Thursday podcast. this is it. There could be some copyright issues there. The way you build up the idea to me in the car. How many minutes was that?
And it won't. Oh, sure, they'll be able to sync it up from the sound. Yeah, it'll be grand.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. You don't care. It's just if you care.
So this is our weekend sports preview podcast, guys. The very first.
Good night.
The very first in a series. And
there's no one that's got beyond that point. We could literally say anything now. There's not one person has gone beyond this fucking song. There was no context to the song. Nothing. I had to mention there were Flight of Conchords that I barely know.
That's a great song, though. But
yeah. You got to fucking listen to half of it. So
I suppose we'll start with athletics.
And the European Championships are over.
The European Championships finished last night. I watched it last night, not live because where was it on?
When it was on Rome.
Well, not like I watched it on my television.
Oh,
live,
yeah, okay.
But not live. I wasn't in Rome.
Do you know what? It was the type of thing. I was talking to my buddy who's a fantastic runner, and we were saying you could have went to Rome, watch it. The stadium was pretty much half full.
Oh my God, I had the exact same idea. It was less than half full.
Less than half full.
Yeah.
Compare that to Paris now, the Olympics. Sure, the ticket prices are outrageous, and sure that's going to be packed.
And we probably won't win anything then. It'll be way harder to win because obviously the whole world are in that.
Yeah, sure, you get to exactly like so. But no, in certain events, what I will say, certain throwing events, and certain field events, the European standard is the top end, elite level standard in like the likes of, we'll say javelin, we'll say shot put, bar one or two maybe Americans.
You're kind of the athletics kind of guru on this preview show that we have on a regular basis.
Well, what I will say now, soccer is my weak point really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'd be okay at soccer. You're the expert that like that's why I got you involved. I was like, get him involved here now.
Fountain of knowledge, yeah.
He knows about. So tell me, my question is, right, you know that we finished second in the race last night. What race was that again?
That was the imagine, I haven't a clue, lad. The 4x4 relay. The women's relay, yeah, they were very good, yeah. So Phil Healy, actually, she would have been the weaker one of the members, and she had an outrageously good performance.
Yeah.
I think she had thyroid issues and stuff over the last couple of years, so bit of a comeback and fucking brilliant going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was it expected? Were Ireland expected to do as well? How many medals did we win?
See, the relay is funny. I think we had 5 medals in total. I think we had 5 medals in total.
That's fucking outrageous for Ireland, like.
But yeah, you must, like you said, though, it was just like it is Europeans, and Europeans obviously is a lesser standard than what occur in the Olympics. Anybody listening to this would
we win 5? Would we win 5 usually?
In the European standard.
And golds, we won a gold as well, like.
Yeah, McGee in the 1500 meters. That was brilliant. That's my. I think that was the gold for me of the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. No, what I will say, really, there's something magic.
What's her name again?
Is it McGean?
McGean.
Yeah, I find it hard to pronounce her name, but she's a serious athlete as well.
Is she the camogie player?
She's the camogie player, yeah.
She was boxed in by the 2 English women. She was coming down the home straight, and the 2 English women were kind of trying to box her in, and she just kind of
burst right through. It was a small gap.
Yeah.
It was a small gap. No, it looked smaller, I suppose, from a certain angle.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, geez, would she be disqualified here? Because she seemed to fucking just burst through him. But, yeah.
If you burst through them and hit them a front of a shoulder, are you...
Well, yeah, just front of shoulders is frowned upon in the athletics world. Yeah.
What?
There's a bit of contact.
You can't hit someone a front of a shoulder? A front of a shoulder?
No, but outrageous effort. She's brilliant. And she had a famous coach as well, Jerry, what was his surname again, Cornelius? He was a famous Irish coach who died a couple of years back. Jerry Kiernan.
Oh, Jerry Kiernan. Even I heard of Jerry Kiernan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a fantastic runner in his own right. I think he finished very high up in the Olympics in fucking Los Angeles way back when. So,
1984, I think.
Was that 84?
I think the 84 Olympics was. Will we Google it?
Do ya?
We Google Jerry Kiernan. How are we getting on, you fucking bollocks?
I think he finished in a time of 2:12 or something like that.
How would you spell Jerry? Gerry?
I think he was a J, but it's the same thing in it.
Oh, well, no, it'd be different. Is it a J, is it?
I think it's Jerry, yeah, with a J.
Gerry. As in Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Kiernan.
I think he's popped up there now a second ago.
Did he?
Yeah, Kierna.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Irish long distance runner. Let's give you a little bit of. I recognise him as well. Yeah,
he was a pundit for a while. I don't know if
he was. I loved the pundits as well this week this week. They were really good. All Cork. You had Sonia O'Sullivan. You had Rob Heffernan, and you had the kind of the hurdler. What was her name?
Dervla O'Rourke.
Dervla O'Rourke. She's class as well.
Yeah. This fella now is a pundit. He was cutting. Like, he'd get stuck in and criticise.
This fella?
Yeah, he was fairly cutting with his opinion.
You need that, though.
Yeah,
I think that's missing from the soccer now. You'd miss John Giles. You'd miss Eamon Dunphy's caustic tongue, like, you know.
A bit fearless, like. And very careful.
And honest.
Yeah, and honest. But that's the thing, because there's no point being fearless or being critical for the sake of it. But once there's honesty behind it.
I think sometimes Eamon Dunphy kind of got carried away with his own rhetoric, all right? Like, you know, he kind of got grandiose for the sake of it.
Like Joe Bradley, in a way. I love Joe Bradley.
Yeah.
He has a great podcast, way better than this. But
what's the name of his podcast?
I think...
Don't even fucking mention it. Joe Bradley's a prick. No, he's not. He's going to actually love Joe.
Bit harsh.
Joe, would you like to come on and do the GA on here sometime?
He's thinking about it.
All right.
He's thinking about it, yeah.
Jerry Kiernan, right? Go on, finish your point first of all before we talk about Jerry.
No, I know. What was I saying?
I don't know.
No, I don't. No, just in terms of pundits, I mean, there's a bit of fucking...
honesty.
Yeah, honest critique. And not afraid to hurt feelings. Because in the end of the day, those are the world-class athletes. They're big bookings, a big colleague, they can take it. Like, and once the critique is justified, I think that's fair enough.
And they'll often use it for fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like, if it gives them that extra 0.5% to utilise.
Like if Jerry Kiernan criticised you and you were, I don't know, if you were Rob Heffernan or something like that and he criticised you, like Rob would be looking for something to fuel him. Do you know what I mean? Fuel the anger, give him that extra bit of a percentage.
And I think if you make it to that level of sport, then you can handle all that. Like, you need to have that mental fortitude to be able to fucking withstand any sort of, you know, critique.
That's what kind of let me down, really. I didn't have the mental...
Physical attributes, mental, emotional fucking damage. You'd also fucking a numerous amount of injuries that I won't even discuss.
Yeah.
Gout issues as well.
Gout was a big thing.
Rich man's disease, they call it.
I was kind of living like a retired Premier League player just as I was starting my career.
Like,
you know?
what's the lad, obese fella, Razor Ruddock?
Obese?
Kind of like him. Similarities between yourself and himself. I think he's last weighed recently.
First of all, he played for fucking Liverpool, so fuck you. Second of all, he's way bigger than me. Do you know what I mean?
He's a big lad, right?
He's a big tall fella. Like, do you know what I mean?
I remember where the old lads were playing some sort. Oh, but he was an English international, you know, in his own right, decent, like, yeah. He was
a quintessential tuggy centre half, like.
Do you get him now? Those sort of centre halves.
Thanks be to God. No. Oh, you fucking can! Oh, fucking can you can! Oh, lads! You know, that kind of fucking. Like, not my cup of tea, but go on anyway. Razor Ruddock, you love him. You want to have
I wouldn't say I love him.
Want to have his kids.
I was just similarities between yourself and himself. You brought up with your, you know, comparison or compare yourself to a Premier League.
I think you brought Razor Ruddock into the conversation. If we could rewind this.
I always fail, we rewind things.
Yeah.
I rewrite history.
Have you noticed, actually, anytime we do a podcast, you try and blatantly lie, and I'm like, no, let's listen back. And each time you've been...
Well, it's about things are recorded now, so I can't. I can't.
You got away with so much for years.
In the past, it was beautiful.
Jerry Kiernan.
Poor Jerry, yeah. A fantastic pundit, fantastic runner. Like I said, I think he was in the top 15 or so in the Los Angeles Olympics, which showed his pedigree.
So he's from Listowel in County Kerry, right? So he's a Kerryman, right? He represented his native country in the 1984 got that right. Good, Summer Olympics in Los Angeles in California, where he finished in 9th place in the men's marathon. He got a top 10 in the men's marathon.
Yeah, I think it was a 2:12 or 2 something like that.
And I remember that, like, I would have been very, very young. I was like fucking 7 when that was on, but I still have memories of that Olympics. John Tracy did very well in it. And I think I do have a vague remembering of Jerry Kiernan, but I remember that Olympics was renowned for heat.
Yeah.
It was very hot.
Yeah.
Finished 9th in a marathon.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
From Kerry, like,
and
you know.
like I said, he did an outrageous time as well. And just look at it here. Did he break the 4-minute mile as well? Probably, of course he did.
His teammate John Tracy claimed silver in the same race. Oh, brilliant. So we 2 top 10s. Jesus, we've enough. The marathon's class though, isn't it? Kieran twice won the Dublin Marathon in 82 and 92, as well as in Belfast in 1990 and 1992. He also won the National Cross Country in 1984, a former Irish record holder over 3,000 metres.
Yeah, and sub 4-minute miler.
And he was a sub. That's good.
Yeah.
Like, that's very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Under 4 minutes. Like, that's, I even know that, like, as a fucking dope. Kieran was a sub 4-minute mile runner, being the 7th Irish runner to break that barrier in June 1976.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, yeah, he was some man. Like I said, he's cutting as well in punditry. He was just funny.
And it brings us on nicely here, right? His running club in Dublin is in the Clontarf Harriers. Kieran coached many athletes, including Ciara McGean. That's the girl.
Yeah, she's outrageous. Like,
that's the woman that broke the fucking the British barrier. To fucking like go for light,
hips, everything, yeah. It just is some strength towards the tail end of the race, and when there's pressure on and the waste product building the legs, and she still had the fucking strength, you know.
And amazing. The mental fortitude. You talked about that there earlier on. Like, she was like, that's the thing. Like having the mental fortitude not to give up when it's easier to do. It's easy to give up, but that's like no one is gonna give out to you if you're like if you. Well, if you can't fucking beat these two, go between these two, as you said, the distance is tiny. Like,
distance is tiny.
If you don't make that break, like,
yeah, and like I just love what she said afterwards. She wanted it more than the rest of them.
Yeah. What did she say? You were saying to me in the car actually on the way over. What did she say about Camogie?
Oh yeah, just how many a decade or 2 decades of Camogie. She wasn't going to fucking be boxed in. Yeah. So she's just amazing. The way she spoke afterwards, just filled with pride and passion. About the sport and the country and her coaches and the lads that don't get mentioned either as well.
Well,
you know,
we'd be the one podcast now that do mention coaches. Jerry Kiernan.
Good
man, Jerry. Fair fucking play to you. And like, I mean, that is pretty good now for that. Like, if you're listening here now, you learned a lot.
They would have not gone past that song.
They wouldn't have gone. And to be honest, right, I learned a lot as well. And that's where computers are good.
And Wikipedia funny.
Wikipedia is hilarious. Like, we're on Ciara McGean. How do we pronounce that name now? McGeenan.
Yeah, McGeenan.
Yeah. Where is she from, actually? Let's find out a little bit about her.
She's from Down, I believe.
Up Down.
Yeah, she's from Down.
So Portaferry, County Down. She's 32, so she's at the tail end of her running career.
Yeah.
5'7", so we're the same height. She weighs a little bit less than me.
About 40 kg.
A little bit.
Actually, being kind of
small bit. From Ireland. She had the opportunity to run with the tans.
Yeah.
But she didn't.
No,
she stuck with the good old green and harp, the green and gold. Athletics, middle distance running. She's currently coached by Helen in tradition for shouting out to coaches. Helen, would you like to pronounce her surname?
Clitheroe. And he finds a way to dumb it down.
Whoa, you will! How dare you!
You built it up.
How dare you!
You could have just said the name.
You
could have
fucking
left it go.
fell for that so easy. You went straight into trying to read it. Steve, Vernon, and Jerry Kiernan. And unreal. And how are we looking now for the Olympics? What's the prediction for the Olympics? Like?
Very hard. Yeah, so she is a good. Is it if the East Africans come into play? Then they'll be very good. And there's a few British runners as well.
The British would have been in this as well.
But I think they didn't have a full team. The British. There is a Scottish girl. Her name escapes at the moment. She's actually a trained vet. Some of you guys, you probably know. Oh, what's her name? But she's
Paula Radcliffe.
Well, she's probably dead now. She's retired so long.
Are you telling me Paula Radcliffe isn't in the Olympics this year? Okay. I'm not watching it.
Her name escapes. There's a Scottish girl. She's a fantastic athlete, but coming towards the tail end of her career as well. Like, so it's hard to base how well she do in the Olympics. But she has a great chance of winning a medal.
This girl
right here, yeah.
Ciara McGeenan.
Yeah.
Go on, Ciara girl.
Yeah, it's class going.
Fair play to her. Fair play to them. And that's not. Look, we focused on Ciara, but there were other medal winners.
The relays were fantastic. It's just something about team sport.
Yeah.
And relay makes a fucking athletics, which is predominantly a fucking solo. Fucking.
But isn't it lovely though? It's a team sport, but you still have to. You're still going by yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're just running. No one can run for you.
Yeah.
No one can do the high jump for you or whatever it is. Like.
Yeah, 100%. I just suppose the team element comes in just passing the baton.
Yeah.
And that's when team members fucking work together.
Yeah.
And it often falls apart.
It often falls apart.
You know?
Sometimes the baton falls. I think that's hilarious when the baton falls. You're like, that's that. Like I'd be good at that part of it. Like I'd be good. Like if I was going in, if I was like, if I'd love to turn up for a relay.
What's your speciality?
I'm very good at passing the baton, and I'd pronounce it baton as well. So they'd be like, he knows how to pronounce that.
Fuck it, yeah.
No, I've never dropped a baton.
Now, in fairness, they'd probably be moving at a little bit a higher velocity while you be.
Listen,
you be reaching like.
It's no good to them when they drop the baton.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, your handover is
my hand. HO is what I call it in the trade. My HO and it's exemplary. But lifestyle choices got in the way, and here I am now doing podcasts with you.
With myself, yeah.
Yeah.
But sure, look, we're a team in a way. We're talking about sports in a way, so
yeah.
You know, are we getting the same plaudits as the 4 girls that we can see on screen here?
No. So who are these girls now? We've got
that's a 4x4 women's silver medalist.
So Sophie Becker.
Yeah.
Phil Healy.
We just spoke about Phil Healy. Yeah.
Rashid Adeleke.
She's fantastic. She's actually champion in the NCAA in the States, so that's so you're competing against American runners that'll be competing in the Olympics there. She is an amazing athlete there.
And Charlene, I can't pronounce this girl's surname now. Maudsley.
I get caught as well.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
She's from Tipperary.
I remember doing a beauty pageant, and I swear to God,
you weren't an entry in it.
It was in Churchtown. And I remember.
Sounds exotic.
I couldn't pronounce any of the names. I should have done something. It was packed, and I was doing magic.
I was thinking what I'm thinking. Let's go set up our own beauty pageant competition around North Cork.
I think the winner went on to
can't fail
to Miss Cork, but I just remember I couldn't pronounce it. And then I was doing mind reading. I remember the judges looking at me going, "No, it's overrunning." There was just, but I can't do that anyway. But anyways, back to it.
Blatant disregard. So that's the relay team that got second yesterday.
Yeah.
And I watched that race. I thought it was a great race. And Rashid Adeleke had ran 5 races as well this week. They were saying on the commentary.
Well,
so like
Mosley would have ran very similar amount as well.
And Mosley as well.
Yeah.
And like. So that would have been tougher then to be at your peak for this.
100%. See, they actually eventually lost against the Netherlands, the Dutch, who be, I think they were world champions. Yeah, Ball finished the race. But see, the Dutch are so strong and have so many athletes. They're great depth, so they were able to rest some of their runners in the semi-final in the heat. So Ball was able to come in fresh, and sure, she's a Olympic champion, world champion. Ridiculous, like so.
But it's like fucking, you know, I play a good solid 60 minutes, right? I scored.
When did you play 60 minutes away?
I'm talking GA now, right? We'll say intercounty now, like so it's 70, right? I've 60 minutes. I've scored 2-3 against Kerry, right? And we're up.
Oh, I thought you were being literal.
No, we're up. We're up a point.
Yeah.
But they take me off and they bring on Colm O'Neill.
Yeah.
And they're like, Jesus
wait,
Christ.
1 second.
Like
Colm O'Neill's on the bench.
Well, I'm starting.
What's this scenario like? This is fucking
like
cuckoo.
This is to try and give you an example of like. You're bringing on a superstar for a superstar, whereas we have to use all our superstars all the time. Whereas they're able to rest for the Olympics now. There was, as you were saying, there was a couple of athletes that didn't play, that didn't participate in the European Championships because because the gold medal in the Olympics trumps everything.
Oh, that's the one all be all, because the European Championships occur every 2 years anyway.
Is this like the Euro? Like, is this like the Europa League?
This is like the Europe. Yeah, I suppose it would be. It's still second fiddle to the Olympics.
Second fiddle to the Olympics. It's not the Champions. The Champions League is the Olympics.
You win a medal in the Olympics and you're set for life.
Immortal.
You're immortal. You go down in history, and especially for us. Sure, how many gold medals have we? Michel de Bruyne turned out to be.
I don't think you can count Michel de Bruyne Smiths.
Were they taking away those medals? Could you tell me?
Will we find out?
Yeah.
Will we ask Google? Hello Google, will you tell us about Michel de Bruyne there? I'm going to ask Google that. Hello Google, could you tell us, is Michel de Bruyne still considered an Olympic? What
the fuck question is that?
Okay, that's I guess. Well, she's still defiant as she congratulates. Michelle de Bruin has maintained she's a triple Olympic champ. Let's read this, because this is actually not that long ago. She's defiant up to this recently. Let's have a... Do you remember when the world came to a standstill when Michelle de Bruin?
Oh, he was so fucking... I couldn't believe it. Was she found guilty? Like, was there samples taken during that Olympics? And were those samples... did they test?
No.
Did they test hot? Like a what?
So
this test?
This is an article that's written in 2021.
Yeah.
Right. So we're in 24 now, obviously. But like, she won her medals way back in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, she won in was it Atlanta? Am I right saying it? Or was it Barcelona?
Let's read this. So Michelle de Bruin has maintained she's a triple Olympic champion after she was snubbed during the RT coverage of Paul O'Donovan and Fintan McCarthy's gold medal win on Thursday morning. Smith de Bruin was not mentioned by Jackie Hurley and pundit David Gillick as they discussed previous Olympic champions after the Cork Roar struck gold in the men's double scull. O'Donovan and McCarthy won the 10th ever Olympic title, but RT skipped over the former swimmer when listing the country's most recent champion. She must be so, because there's no way only mentioning boxers Katie Taylor and Michael Carruth. I remember those two, they were epic, etched in my mind.
Michael Carruth, yeah, was amazing. Katie Taylor.
I remember watching Katie Taylor in a pub down in
what I do have umbrage with, though, when they say she's the best female athlete, I think Sonia Sullivan is by far the best female athlete we ever had. But anyway, it's a conversation for another day. Well,
I think, yeah, it's hard to...
There's just way more people participating in running than what there is professional boxers. You know, so that's what I would say. I think Sonia Sullivan was an outrageous athlete.
She was savage, all right.
Yeah, that would have won Olympic gold, by the way, only for those Chinese athletes
who were struggling.
They completely disappeared.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's opinion, I guess.
Well, we might do an old Sonia episode sometime.
Yeah.
Smith de Bruin won 3 gold medals and a bronze in 96 Olympics, although her career was effectively ended 2 years later when she was given a 4-year ban for tampering with urine sample. Like, what was she tampering with the urine sample for?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're innocent, why are you tampering with the sample?
Well, I would say to that, so she didn't test positive during the 96 Olympics, or her samples didn't subsequently test positive. So what I will say, so she's quite right to say that she is the Dublin swimmer was not stripped of her medals and never tested positive for banned substances, although the ban marred her achievements, and she has since retrained as a barrister. In a defiant statement given to RT's live-long programme on Thursday afternoon, Smith de Bruin congratulated O'Donovan and McCarthy on their win. 25 years ago this week, I became the first Irish woman to win an Olympic gold medal. By the end of the week in Atlanta, I had become a triple Olympic champion, she said. It was the culmination of 17 years training and dedication to my sport. Standing on the podium, watching the tricolour being raised and listening to Aran Navian was and still is the proudest moment of my life. 25 years have passed and people still stop to tell me where they were when I won my medals. Oh, look, that's a young picture of her there. Yeah.
I will always be incredibly proud of what I achieved in Atlanta, and I remain touched by the level of support still shown to me by the people of Ireland. Michelle de Bruin, triple Olympic champion 1996.
Yeah, her medals were never taken, so I mean...
Okay, I didn't know that now.
Yeah, I think you can... I think it's poor form so to omit her there. Do you know?
Right, so what would your opinion then on O.J. Simpson be? Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, technically he got off. Do you think he killed those people?
Is that the whole thing with the glove? If the glove fits, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Well, he got off.
That was one of his lawyers.
Yeah.
Was it Cochran? Johnny Cochran came up with
Johnny
it?
Cochran.
Yeah.
She's changed now to an Irish lawyer on Wikipedia. If you Google Michelle Smith,
yeah,
Irish lawyer comes up. But you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows, obviously, allegedly, that he was responsible for those 2 murders. But he just had a great lawyer or a great team of lawyers got him off, you know?
Yeah, I just think it's unfair to admit that she won. She's a 3-time fucking Olympic gold medalist when she never tested positive during the games or her tests.
Her husband was
100%. He was involved.
The story with him?
He was involved as well, wasn't he? With doping in the past.
Yeah, he was. He was. We could go into a fucking rabbit hole of this now, so we won't. We actually won't, because we haven't done any predictions yet, and this is kind of.
We're doing that. Yeah. There's money involved here.
Well,
this is bigger than any sort of fucking triple.
Well, I think it's a.
I
think a kind of a. We'll pick something that we disagree on, and we'll wager €10, and then the following week, you will have to hand over your €10 to me.
There'll be a presentation.
There'll be a presentation live, and I'll get that then, and I'll be like,
you'll be on your little podium,
and it'll be like exactly, and it just kind of shows. And like 1 week I'll pick the sport to bet on, and the next week you can pick the sport to bet on, so that there can be no complaining. And as a gesture of goodwill, you can have the first one. You can pick, because it doesn't matter.
I can
my sport. You can pick the sport that you want, and then we'll look at the section of games and we'll see who fancies who. And who fancies what.
So since the European Championships football is starting this Friday,
I think that's a good one to start on.
Yeah, Germany are playing Scotland.
Right.
Who I'd fancy in that particular match?
I'll tell you now who I'd fancy in that. I'd fancy Germany to win that match now.
Yeah, so would I.
Yeah,
so would I. Well, in that case, why don't we just look through the opening games and maybe over the weekend pick one game?
That's what. Yeah. See, we're not here till next Thursday.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll go onto the BBC website, right? BBC Football, right? And they'll give us the exact breakdown of who's playing who and what and where and when. UEFA Championship.
Are you a big fan of the European soccer now?
Will
this fill you with as much fucking
World Cup? This is kind of like, this is exactly what the European Championships are for me now. I'll still be very interested in it. But like, if you win one of those, if you win a European Championship, yeah, it's great. Obviously great for the country to win one. I'm not saying it's not a good competition to win. It's fantastic. But like it's no World Cup. It pales into insignificance next to the World Cup. It's the Olympics of. So let's have a look here now. Sports fixtures.
Okay.
Oh, this is good. So Scotland and Germany. We both think Germany are going to win that.
Yeah.
All right. Hungary and Switzerland. I don't know either of the two teams. If I was to pick one, I would say. I would just say Hungary. I don't know why.
See, I don't know what knowledge you have. And then I'm limited with my knowledge. This could be just a ruse.
Well, what you can do there then, right, is you can just pick the same one as me until you have an opinion on something that differs to mine. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say Hungary. I don't know, though. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, I just don't know.
I actually don't even know a name of a Hungarian footballer.
I've buddies that are Hungarian, so that could be something there for me.
Okay.
Spain or Croatia? Spain versus Croatia. I've this kind of love towards the Croatian lads. Love they won one big major competition before the lad retired.
Modric.
Mm-hmm. He's another fucking Champions League medal in the back pocket.
Yeah.
So what I would go for there, like I said, I don't know enough. Spain, Croatia, I suppose in terms of world ranking, quite close.
Well, you're thinking of the tenor here now. This is what you have to think of, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
You're letting sentiment rule your mind here now. Modric couldn't even start in the European finals. There's a long competition there. They're going to be looking at this game. Are they going to start their best players in this game? You know, like Spain, on the other hand, are one of the favourites. I do know that the favourites for the European Championships this year are England, Spain, and France. They're the favourites. So, do you want to because I'm going to pick Spain. I'm going to categorically pick Spain, but that's with that knowledge, and I'm giving you that up front. I think if you're to come up against me, I don't know would Croatia be the right team.
Would you give me the draw? There we go now.
So Croatia and the draw, is it, against Spain?
Aging team, like you said, may not be playing the best team.
I might. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Italy and Albania.
Okay, I will. Italy.
Italy, yeah. Slovenia and Denmark.
Don't know enough.
Don't know, but I'll pick a team there with the knowledge that I'll say Denmark.
Yeah.
You'd go the same?
Either which, I'll flip a coin. Yeah, we could potentially go one of those games, yeah. I'd be happy to go Slovenia, I don't really care.
England, Serbia.
Yeah, I love a Serbia one, obviously, but sure, look, England to be.
I would put my money, my €10 on Serbia with the draw.
I just can't go with England. It's just my Irishness. I couldn't do it. Even if somebody said there's a tenner there now, if you just go for England.
I hate the cunts. All right. I actually think Serbia might do them. I hope to do. I actually do.
I actually hope to
because they're having a kind of problems at the moment.
They lost against Iceland recently, didn't they?
They lost against Iceland. John Stones has the flu, and like he's their main centre half, and he also hasn't played since fucking March. He's only played one game since March. Poland and Netherlands.
Okay, so what I go for? I think Netherlands. I go for Netherlands. Close game. Go for Netherlands.
Yeah, I'd probably go Netherlands as well. France and Austria.
Yeah, we both know France.
Yeah.
Romania. Oh, I remember fucking Romania back in the glory days. Georgie Hadji.
Dan Petrescu.
Dan
I always
Petrescu,
thought it was hilarious. Dan Petrescu. What do you get here, Dan
Danny
Petrescu?
Petrescu.
George Hadji. Oh no, it was all right. George Hadji. Georgie Hadji.
Is he
Petrescu.
Is he managing now? Hadji.
Georgie Hadji. His son was in Rangers there a few years ago.
Ukraine, Romania. I'd be flip a coin. I'd be happy if you went to one team. I went to the other. I just don't. I'd probably go with Ukraine if I were to hazard against.
Oh fuck, so would I.
Okay, Belgium, Slovakia, Belgium. Unless you.
No. I like. Belgium can't be considered dark horses anymore though. They're at last fucking 2 or 3 championships they've been in. Do you know who I fancy by? Belgium.
Yeah.
They're a serious outfit by Lukaku, De Bruyne. Fuck off. They never win anything. So they might do well this year.
Are they aging?
Yeah, they're aging.
They're aging old team.
Like De Bruyne is 32, Lukaku is 30, 31.
And Lukaku has a tendency of missing fucking glorious chances for Belgium.
He was a great Everton striker. He should never have left Everton. Yeah. He was a big fish in a small pond there, and that's the type of player that he is. He's a good player for us, for a sleeping giant like Everton.
Yeah. Maybe that suits him. Yeah. Turkey against Georgia. What I would go for, you know what? I like Turkey. I know Georgia are good. I love that winger for Georgia. What's his name?
Oh yeah, the fella that plays with
Italy. Italy.
Oh fucking Napoli. Yeah, he's class.
So you know what? I'll give you a fucking branch here. I'll go with Turkey.
You fucking snake in the grass. I like Georgia. They have that fucking lad out there. And you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll go with Turkey.
I'll go with Turkey.
I was like, oh, please say Georgia. Please say Georgia. Because I was totally going to take Turkey. No, you can shove it up your hole.
Fair enough.
Portugal and the Czech Republic.
Okay, so Portugal. I'd be close enough. I'll go Portugal. Portugal. So we've gone through the whole kind of run of games there. We're back to Germany.
We can still pick from Wednesday because our next podcast isn't until Thursday.
Fair enough.
So we got Germany and Hungary.
Yeah, I'd go Germany, like Scotland against Switzerland. I flip coin either way. So if you were happy to go with one of those teams, I'd probably. Do you know what? I'd flip a coin. What are you happy with?
Give me Scotland and a draw.
I would not indeed. Fuck off. Scotland and a draw. It's a 50-50. Why would I do that? Like Croatia against Albania. Okay, then we're at the tail end there. So I would go with Croatia there. So there was one you were humming and hamming with above, slightly higher.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want that one at all. No, I'm actually think I'm more hanged than humming about it. Which is...
It was what you call it.
Was it the Spain-Croatia game? You were going for Croatia and you were giving me Spain. You were taking Croatia in the draw, wasn't it?
I was, yeah. So I'll take Croatia in the draw and you go with Spain. Spain, a powerhouse team. Croatia aging. I'm giving you a tenner. Realistically, I may as well put it into your pocket. Yeah. And that's the man I am. Just to get things rolling. Because they're all very close. Like
I think
Spain could win 3-0 in the first game of that.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
Brilliant.
I'll take Spain. We just have to see. We have to shake it now.
Yeah, so that's a handshake.
Yeah, that's done
perfect.
now.
So I get to draw and I get Croatia winning and Croatia up by 1.
Yeah, so that's it. So we'll tune in. So we'll tune into that next week. We'll just motor on there now to.
I'm looking forward to the opening game actually.
That's do you know what game I'm really looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Sunday when Serbia play England. I actually think Serbia.
Oh, I hope to do it.
Fuck it. I think England. Do you know what I think about England, right? I think, again, it's a fucking generational team. Jude Bellingham's fucking brilliant. How long ago we put Rashford on? Rashford couldn't even make the team, mate. Fucking shut up.
Every time.
Oh my God. Oh, fucking Saka's the best player in the world. Foden, Parker, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off.
And did Iceland beat them? What was it? 1-0?
1-0 then. And watch all the heroes now will all become villains very shortly.
They build them up and tear them down. That's what they do.
Oh, fuck off.
But
I'm looking forward to the Serbia game on Sunday.
I guess there's a bit. You're fucking. You're up for it.
Come on, Serbia! Come on, you cunts!
Do you know when I was small, I used to love playing goal, and I did a competition. Write down every goalkeeper. I rate their performances over 10 and how many goals you can see. I used to love that. I did book. And father,
That's so cute.
yeah, I used to fucking see how they played, and I remember this Swiss goalkeeper Marco Poscolo. I think he won the overall competition that had got going. Yeah, so I'd rate the players myself.
Were you were the judge and jury of the competition?
I was judging them, yeah, and how many goals they conceded, and fucking if they kept a clean sheet. Jeez, that was a long time ago. Now it just popped in my head there. Yeah, Marco Poscolo.
Marco Poscolo.
I just used to remember if there was a 50-50 ball, he used to just have his knee up and he's what you call it, his opposite leg toes pointing outwards towards the striker. I just always remember he's fucking used to love it. But anyway.
Oh, what a simple life you led. How do I fucking... Oh, GA, yeah. All right, okay. So we'll round up. Like, I don't know anything about golf, and there's too much other good sport on to talk about golf. I don't know anything about racing.
I don't know nothing about what's that, horse race? Nah, forget about it.
We'll go into it at some stage down the line when there's fuck all else.
We could put a bet on that. That could be a good bet, you know, who'd finish higher up.
Yeah.
We haven't a clue. Yeah. I'll just have a look at the odds beforehand.
We're looking at the name of the horse. Right. So I know that this weekend...
This is the last round of the group stage of the football. Am I right in saying that, or am I wrong?
You're right in saying that.
Yeah.
The last round of the group football.
Tyrone
are playing Cork and Donegal are playing Clare.
Yeah.
We'll just focus on this group because it's Cork, right? So.
Oh, well, first, I just hate the whole group format. I think it's nonsense. It just elongates it just way too much.
I totally disagree with you. I was at the Cork Donegal game the last day in Parky Ring.
I know you were going to say brilliant atmosphere, great game,
yeah.
More, but like it just elongates. It's just like just for 1 second now. There's a group, right? There's 4 teams. There's one weak team in every group, so you could pick them out. Now I know the winner gets whatever and is an easier fucking second phase or third phase at this stage, whatever it is. But I just think it's too long. I think the games are just mediocre at best for the most part. And I just think, for me personally, I know you're more of an avid supporter of Cork. You go to the games, but it's just fucking football fatigue. Like, I don't know, I have friends who like football but who are not bothering watching this or even paying much attention towards the group stage. But again,
I would say they're fair weather friends. You have a friend here who goes to the matches when he can. Right? I was at that Donegal match the last day. I've been to a good few Cork football matches. The actual Cork football team are a bunch of solid fucking men that are genuinely doing their best for Cork.
But you said about every inter-county team, so they're all fucking solid.
Yeah, and I'm just saying they were underdogs against this highly rated Jim McGuinness team that had won the Ulster final, had beaten All Ireland.
Derry, yeah.
Had beaten the league champions and beaten like very much fancy teams to go on and win the All Ireland, and then ended up winning the Ulster in his first year back since the last time they won it when did they win the All Ireland? Was it fucking... Remember they won 2 All Irelands there with Michael Murphy and stuff like that.
I could, yeah. Oh no, I'm not disputing commitment and the players and the...
But I'm just saying the magic of it to go to that,
yeah.
Right? You're saying it was a nothing game, right? Cork had won the week before, right, away at Clare.
I didn't say it's a game that like if you top the group, it means you have an easier fucking third round, whatever. Like,
but I'm just trying to tell you, I'm countering your argument. You're saying they're nothing games, right? The week before, Cork went down to Clare, down to Ennis, right? Full house down in Ennis. All right, they won by 2 points in a fucking ding-dong battle. They probably shouldn't have even won. Clare could have easily beaten them if, the hop of a ball or whatever. It was very, very close. They only won by 2 points, and it was a great. And then straight away they were like, "That's the game now. That's the game.
That was,
if we can win that,
big one, yeah."
But like, you wouldn't be like, and that was the game, And but then that's it. We didn't anticipate anything else. We went along to the Donegal match, and suddenly this Cork team are starting to emerge now. They're after winning a couple of games on the bounce. They have a scalp. There's fierce hunger and passion in these boys, and they don't get supported like the hurlers. They really don't.
Never have.
Well, they did in the 90s, man. I remember going to the matches in the 90s, and the footballers were getting the same crowd as the hurlers when they were successful in the 90s, and even in the early 90s. But they've been even in 2010 when we won the All Ireland, last time we won the All Ireland, there was a good following. It took a while to get it going, but there was a good following. But I think following comes with success,
Well, yeah,
or with hope of success.
Yeah.
But anyway, just to finish off my point, we beat Donegal unexpectedly, and the fucking atmosphere was unreal. And I think that it's good to have games like that. It brings teams on like Clare.
Fair enough. Look, I see your
Cork.
point. It gives the opportunity for fans to see their team do something amazing. It could galvanise the team, and it's creating experiences that you wouldn't get. I'm just saying maybe.
And it makes Clare stronger. Clare playing Donegal, Tyrone, Cork all in the same season. They're getting more big game know-how, and it's going to bring. That's just my opinion now.
No, it's a valid opinion. I just think the former, it just needs tinkering. I just think it's too long.
Yeah.
I just think it's too long, and the games you pinpoint, maybe they're fantastic games. There's a lot of dead rubber games as well, though. I just think
there is definitely, and I see your point as well. I do see your point, and I definitely think it's not perfect, and it does need tinkering. But like, more for me is better than less, because
well, look,
the
I'm
winter
going
is
to
long.
bow down to you. You go to the games, you go to the matches. So look, if it's a good thing, you're going to the games. If you think it's a really positive thing, and the Cork are doing well out of it, so who knows?
Who do you think will win this weekend? Tyrone.
Sorry, Cork.
All right, okay.
It's just home advantage. Just means a lot.
It's not home advantage. It's in Tullamore. So So does that revise your opinion? Like Cork have won 2 for 2. If Cork win, they top the group, right? They bypass a game. They get an extra week's thing. It's an incentive for Cork to win. Tyrone have lost their last. Tyrone and Donegal.
Why is this in Tullamore?
Because it's the neutral venue, so you have a home venue.
Sorry, I saw the Cork. Oh, right, I was under the impression. Right. I'm just looking through the list there. Yeah.
Cork played Clare away.
Yeah.
That was our away game.
Yeah.
Our home game was to Donegal.
Yeah, and then there's our neutral game. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll still go for Tyrone.
Yeah,
okay,
they have to win. Tyrone have to win because Donegal beat Tyrone, so it's Tyrone have to win. Really.
Yeah, and you know what? If a team is under pressure like that, even an extra 0.5% of that standard means a lot. If it's not do or die, like so, I'd fancy Tyrone.
I fancy Cork. I fancy Cork to win and to top the group. And
would you like to make a second wager on this?
If you give me the draws,
I'll give you the draw. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You'll give me the draw. Do you know what, man? I'll go €5. Okay. I'll go €5 on Cork and the draw. I just fancy us, and. You know, like Tyrone are raging hot favourites, but I don't know, man.
I don't know. Would Tyrone be raging? Would they be raging hot favourites?
They're raging hot favourites. Like, yeah, they're raging.
Those odds later.
Yeah. So fuck it. I'll stand behind Cork.
This will be just a little fucking.
This is a little side.
Bit, yeah.
I could be down €15. No, this podcast is costing me a lot of money. All right, okay. So that's it. That's the GA. Have you anything to say about the GA at the moment? Any?
Naturally, you know what? I actually, the hurling was fantastic. I just thought it was a bit one-sided in the Leinster. I thought Dublin do what Dublin do. They fucking caved. They can just really be very poor in big games. Can kind of capitulate. I thought Limerick looked good. Although if Clare, they're very lucky one opportunity to hit the post. If that went in, you never know. But then again, I just thought Limerick just always looked better regardless. So
I think Limerick did look better, and I think I think.
They're just so
they're too good. They're too good.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, Cork this, Cork that, Cork the other. We beat them in the park, right, with a last-minute penalty.
Yeah. Now, what I will say in that game, we gave away 2 really silly goals, 2 soft goals. But again, just back to my previous point, if a team really needs, it was do or die for Cork, and for Limerick, it was not a do or die game. And I think no matter what people say, what coaches do, or what say in the dressing room, at the end of the day, it's still, if you get an extra %, or 1 or 2% to that level, I think it makes a massive difference. I
think do or die really matters when you're 2 minutes from the final whistle and you're still within a puck of a ball of winning or losing.
I just think it's just
that's when it really kicks in. Like I think.
Fair enough, but I think it's just right from the get-go. I can imagine at the start of the game and saying, lads, we're out if you lose this. Where like Limerick, they weren't out if they lost that game. So with Cork, they knew right from the get-go. So you can see the intensity right from the very beginning. So I just think a do-or-die game right from the very first throw-in, you can see it compared to Limerick. No matter how much you try and amp yourself up, it's still not the same because subconsciously you know there's always going to be another round. Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah. No. The counter argument to that is at that level that it's everything is so important anyway, and it's so meaningful that extra motivation isn't necessary. But I think human nature. I think you're right. I think with human nature, all those things are equal anyway, and then you have this extra.
Yeah.
Extra.
Especially less than they're all as good as each other, especially Cork and Limerick.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's the preview show, guys. In this new section of in this.
Will you put the money in an envelope or?
So you need
what's
to bring
the procedure here. Like, what's the protocol here?
the cash needs to come. There's no Revolut change or anything like that. It needs to be cold hard cash.
Physically handed over.
So bring the 15 with you. Now, what I will say is, okay, you can pay in coins, but it has to be €2 coins.
€2 coins.
All right. There's none of this 50 cents. There's not like or a €1 coin.
I'll just go to the bank before it.
You know,
yeah.
a €2 or a €1 coin is acceptable, but nothing underneath that. No, 50.
It's beneath you, is it?
Well, look, Pete, like I've got a fucking image to maintain, you know.
So
when you're handing over the money, when Spain and Cork, that's my double for the week, Spain and Cork.
By the way, 2 separate
we don't know what the odds are. We haven't gone to the bookies. I know he thinks he's pulled a fast one with me with Croatia. I know I'm getting that feeling from you. And I know that my Cork bet is more from the heart more than anything that, but that's me, I'm all heart. Do you know, this fella's cold. He's calculated. It's about the cash.
It's all about the cash.
You know?
All about the money.
So
I just turned my back on my county.
Yeah.
Just so I could win a fiver.
Just so he could win
Happy
a fiver. Well, that's what he wants. But I just know
2 separate handovers, yeah. So I just don't want you to hand me over just the 15 quid. I want 2 separate handovers, so I could just fucking milk the moment.
Fuck it, I'd love to play the out. Did I turn that off there? Now we could play the rest of that.
That Leggy Blonde song?
Leggy Blonde. I think I got rid of it. Did I get rid of it?
Probably did. We could always go back to it though. Yeah. See, it's gone full circle. It's like a good comedy routine. Oh, here we are.
Guys, this is, as I said, like, look, listen, if you're fucking up for the crack, listen. And if you're not, fuck off. And we'll talk to you next week.
Good luck.
I'll never get to be with you. I'll never get to share another cup of tea with you. Never get to let you know how much I think of you. I'll never get to tell you what's on my phone cup. You'll never get, you'll never get say.
Hope like about you got it going on. Wanna see you wearing that thong. See you getting on the break of dawn. Don't get the panties on.
Goodbye.
See you soon. Bye.